Hello, my name is Melvese from Written Words Publishing. I am an editor, a ghostwriter, a publisher, and I'm also an author. And I'm reading and revising my novel live with y'all here tonight. And we are up to chapter 11. Chapter 11 is a nice fun chapter. A block party in Morven Town on Independence Day. Let's have some fun. Chapter 11, Dina Lane, Independence Day. Every year for the past 20 years, on the 4th of July, Morven Town hosted the greatest block party ever. The party on Dina Lane, named after the wife of the town's founder, Charles Morven. After Dina's passing, Morven wanted to celebrate her life eternally, so every year he threw a block party in her memory. Hundreds of people traveled from all over the country to join the celebration. Vendors came from New York, Chicago, and other major cities to display unique works of art, handmade jewelry, and crafts. Many of the local businessmen also set up booths. Sakari sold plates of their delicious soul food. Yvonne, the owner of See Fashions, displayed her latest line of custom designs, and many other vendors sold the usual t shirts, hats, funnel cakes, ice cream, etc. Marie, who was an impeccable event coordinator, arranged all kinds of tournaments like basketball, chess, dominoes, bingo, and poker with a $5 entry fee to raise funds for Morven Medical University. There were also a variety of games and free competitions for children and families, and she hired two of the best DJs in town to get the party started right. Trisha came up around noon. Some of the streets were blocked off, so she had to park 4 blocks away, 4 blocks off of Dina Lane on Akini Avenue. I needed my highlighter because I saw something that that wasn't right. I know what it was. Trisha Pitt came up around noon. Some of the streets were blocked. I'm gonna change that to some of the streets were closed. So she had to park 4 blocks off of Dina Lane on Akini Avenue. When they arrived, the celebration was already in full swing. They could hear the music playing from far away. Summertime, summertime, summertime. Trisha sang, "Ooh, that's my song," she exclaimed. "I love me some Will Smith, girl. Talk about a fine ass brother. Summertime. Sit back and unwind." Okay, pause right here. Got a publishing tip for you right here. That whole paragraph is going to have to be rewritten because, FYI, you cannot use lyrics, you cannot use direct dialogue quotes from movies. You cannot put that in your book. Okay? Do not quote songs word for word. Do not quote movie scenes word for word in your book. That is a ultimate no no. Okay? If you feel the absolute need that you absolutely positively must have that quote in your book, then you are going to have to get permission from whoever owns that movie or that song to use it in your book. Chances are, if they do grant you permission, you're going to have to pay a whole lot of money for it. And if you use it and you don't get permission and you blow up and become a New York Times best-selling author like I'm getting ready to do, and they happen to see it in your book, they can sue you. Okay? So, don't do it. So that whole paragraph right there got to get rewritten. Um, I'm not even sure how I'm gonna do it, but somehow or another, Trisha is gonna have to make some type of comment about the music, and yeah, mhm. She's gonna have to make some type of comment about the music. And Trisha was grooving so hard she almost bumped into Marcus, who was standing in front of the T-shirt vendor. Hey, Miss T, you want to give me some love before you knock me down? Marcus asked, holding out his arms to catch her. Hi, Marcus, Trisha responded, giving him a hug. Where's Darlene? She's over there getting an icy. Marcus and the ladies tried to spot her at the stand. Kim pointed. There she is, next in line. Oh, I'm sorry, Marcus. Have you met Kim? Trisha asked. No, I haven't, he smiled at Kim. But I've heard of you. You work for Preston, right? Yes, Kim softly responded. Something smells good. Is that you, Marcus? Trisha asked as she leaned to smell him closely. Uh, then it says, Darlene walked up. Hey, chicks, why are you sniffing on my man? Because he smells good, Trisha commented, moving her neck from side to side. Where's my icy? So we got smells, smell, and smell here 3 times. 2 of those smells have to go. I'll have to reword that. Trisha is going to have to say something sassy back to Darlene, but she's not going to be able to say because he smells good. She's going to have to say something else. Okay. So, over there, so, no, hold on a second. Okay, let me back it up and just read it again without thinking out loud for a second. Trisha was grooving so hard she almost bumped into Marcus, who was standing in front of the T-shirt vendor. Hey, Miss T, you want to give me some love before you knock me down? Marcus asked, holding out his arms to catch her. Hi, Marcus, Trisha responded, giving him a hug. Where's Darlene? She's over there getting it icy. Marcus and the ladies tried to spot her at the stand. Kim pointed. There she is, next in line. Oh, I'm sorry, Marcus. Have you met Kim? Trisha asked. No, I haven't, he smiled at Kim. But I've heard of you. You work for Preston, right? Yes, Kim softly responded. I'm going to change that to she. Something smells good. Is that you, Marcus? Trisha asked as she leaned. I would say that she leaned. Uh, I'll say as she leaned into him. She leaned into him. I'm sorry, y'all. I said I was going to read it without trying to fix it. But let me tell y'all again, when you are thinking about it, when it comes to you, you got to write it down when you think about it the first time. Because if you don't, and you go back, you're not going to remember what you thought about when you thought about it and it was oh so good. It's going to be oh so gone. Okay? So, anyway, reading and revising, that's what we're doing here now. Anyway. So, something smells good. Is that you, Marcus? Trisha asked as she leaned into him. Darlene walked up. Hey, chicks, why are you sniffing on my man? Because he smells good, Trisha commented, moving her neck from side to side. Where's my icy? Over there with the vendor. Well, where's mine? Marcus inquired. Trisha twisted her face. Yours is over there, too. Marcus gave his wife a now is not the time look. Okay, I'll go back. It says over there. I'm not going to use over there again. I used it twice already over here. So she's going to say, okay, I'll go back and get another one. Yeah, we don't even need over there. She gave Marcus the one in her hand and looked at Trisha. So I don't want to say one again. So it says she gave Marcus the icy. Okay, I'll go back and get another one. She gave Marcus the icy in her hand and looked at Trisha. You want me to get one for you too? Yes, please, if you don't mind. Cherry, your treat, Trisha smiled. Darlene stuck her tongue out at Trisha and walked back to the ice cream vendor without offering to buy an icy for Kim. Lorenz and Preston walked up to them, cheerfully greeting everyone. Hello, ladies. What's up, Marcus? Lorenz gave Marcus a high five. Hey, Legs. I see you put your professional attire to the side and reverted to ghetto fashion. A gold chain, shorts hanging, and an OE. You go, boy, Trisha teased. Lorenz popped his collar. You know me. You can take a brother out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of a brother. Besides, I wanted to make a good impression on the inner city kids I met with today, minus the malt liquor, of course. I'm a living example of how one of their own made it. Darlene returned with two cherry ices and reached past Kim to hand one to Trisha. With a quick hello, she smiled at Preston and Lorenz. Hello, Mrs. Reese, they both said in unison. I see most of the gang is here. Cat's probably still waiting on Drake. Anybody seen Naomi? Asked Darlene. Kim spoke. Naomi said she would be here in time for the game. Lorenz turned to face Kim. Damn, girl, your hamstrings and calves are as thick as a stallion. You play ball? I used to back home. Where's back home? Darlene cried. California. Darlene squinted her face. Damn, you're a long way from home. Aren't you homesick yet? Lorenz stepped between them. Do you want to join our team? Help us win that trophy? He jokingly asked Kim. No, thank you. No, thank you, mocked Darlene. Why you always gotta be so damn proper? What part of Cali are you from? The Valley? Somebody gotta be ready to smack her. Lorenz took Kim's hand. Come with me for a second. Where y'all going? Darlene abruptly asked. Mind your business, D, Marcus said. Darlene eyed them heavily as Lorenz and Kim stepped out of earshot. They stood over there and spoke for about 30 seconds. Then Lorenz kissed Kim's hand, leaned over, and whispered something in her ear. She giggled, nodding her head. Trisha noticed Darlene's scowled face. She looked at Marcus, who was standing there staring at Darlene with a bewildered look on his face. Trisha tapped Darlene on the shoulder. Bumping Marcus with her hip, she said, Darlene, are you looking for your next office rumor? Darlene crossed her arms. There's something going on with them. Trisha laughed. So what if there is? What's it to you? Marcus looked at Darlene. Yeah, what is it to you? Nothing. I was just making an observation, that's all, Darlene defended. I'm curious. Darlene, don't start any unfounded rumors, Trisha ordered. I don't start rumors, Darlene said harshly with a raised brow. Can we take a vote on that? Trisha raised her hand. Take a vote on what? Lorenz asked as he and Kim returned to the group. Darlene sucked her teeth, rolled her eyes at Trisha, and responded to Lorenz's question. We're going to vote on which team is going to take the trophy in the men's tournament today. Y'all ready to kick some ass? I'm ready, said Marcus with both his arms and a victory raised. You know it, remarked Lorenz remarked. Wait. Okay, hold on a second. That's some other stuff that I was supposed to be looking out for. Supposed to say Marcus said, Lorenz remarked. You know it, Lorenz remarked, giving Marcus a high five. Preston cupped his hands. Most definitely. Stop fronting, Press. Everybody knows you're a scrub. Don't go there, Lorenz. If we weren't about to play this game, I would scrape you one on one right now. Lorenz smart mouthed him. Bring it on. I'm gonna take that part out and just say, bring it on. Maybe instead of that, some type of action. Lorenz, you know, he stepped back and waved his hands or something like what? Bring it on. I don't know. I have to figure out how to write that. Trisha stepped up to Preston. Yeah, bring it on. I wouldn't mind winning some money today. Preston laughed. You only bet on him because he's your boss. Come on, let's go make JK the champs for the third year in a row. They all walked off toward the courts where the stands were packed. Trisha and Kim sat together while Darlene moved to sit with James after spotting him 2 rows down. Now you know what? I do not recall introducing James in none of these previous chapters. Yeah, I have not mentioned. That's the first time James was ever mentioned. So I'm pretty sure that I don't recall mentioning James prior to this. I have to see if there's a reason I even named him right here, or if we could just describe him as Darlene was sitting with a man and describe what the man looked like. Kat and her crew arrived too late for Dre to assist JK with their win, but they did make it in time for the boys to participate in the game between Dina Lane and LEAA. At 5 feet 10 inches tall, Aaron and Andrew were both star forwards on their opposing high school squads, and they were just as good as their father. A group of teenage girls waited for the twins to come out of the locker room after Dina High won the game. Now it says beating LEAA's Cubs 71-69. But I'm going to say I'm going to take out beating because we already know that they were playing against that team. A group of teenage girls waited for the twins to come out of the locker room after Dina High won the game 71-69. When they came out together wearing matching outfits, the boys heard Trisha yelling, "You go, nephews." Now there's an exclamation point after nephews right there that needs to be removed because it says the boys heard Trisha yelling, "You go, nephews." We know she was yelling, so we don't need the exclamation point. One of the twins said thanks. He turned to smile at the 3 girls who stepped up to him. "What's up, ladies?" "Why are you talking to him? That's Aaron. I'm the one who's on the winning team. You should be over here congratulating me, not him," said his brother. The other one said, "Stop playing." Okay, hold on. Back that up for a second. We're going to say his brother said, not said his brother. The other one says, "Stop playing. You're just mad because the Lions beat y'all again." "I'm Andrew," he assured the girls. "How do we know which one of you is telling the truth?" asked, one of the young ladies asked. "I have an idea," Dre chimed in, offering a solution to the girls' dilemma. "Since you don't know, why not celebrate with both of them?" Dre winked and walked off with Kat, Trisha, and Ayana. leaving his boys standing there with a bunch of pretty girls who were dying to shower Aaron and Andrew with all the attention two pubescent boys could handle in one day. The closer they got to the food vendors, the more powerfully the aroma reminded Kat that she had not eaten breakfast that morning. Dre, let's get something to eat, she suggested. You all go ahead and I'll catch up. I have to make an important call, and I left my cell phone in the car. Why do you need to make the call right now? My dispatcher just paged me. I'll be right back. Just FYI. Okay, this story is taking place back in 2005. So this is July 4th, 2005. And people did still have pages then. Just FYI. Okay. Ayana began to go with her father, and when Kat said no, she started pouting and whining. Earl and Marie walked up behind them, and Earl was just as nice as he could be. What's going on with you, baby girl? Why are you frowning? He asked. I want to go with Daddy, Ayana wailed. I have a better idea. Let's go play with the other kids. I'm sure you'll see some of your classmates. Marie tried to console Ayana. She took her by her hand and led her to the play area, leaving Earl standing there with Kat and Trisha. As soon as Marie was undoubtedly out of earshot, Earl sarcastically asked, Where's your husband now? His boys just played that great game and he disappears. No, just like a doting father, he was there to see the game and congratulate them, Trisha said. I wasn't talking to you. You don't even have a man or kids. I'm going to take that sentence out because I know that there was a time in a previous chapter when Earl and Trisha were snapping at each other and he mentioned something to her about not having a man. So he's just going to say, I wasn't talking to you, Earl sneered. I don't think you realize we are not at work and you don't. Okay, dang it. Ugh. You don't know what I have. Okay, so I can't take that. I mean, I'm going to have to rewrite that sentence. He has to say something just nasty to her to make her snap back at him. That's. I'm not in the mood for this. Come on, let's go get drunk, Kat said, pulling Trisha by the hand. Sounds like a plan to me, Trisha agreed. I'm going to take out Trisha agreed. Just sounds like a plan to me. They walked to the nearest vendor, purchased beer and fried chicken wings, then sat on a bench in front of Nikita's Plaza to eat, drink, and observe their surroundings. I'm getting a sugar rush, Trisha complained. Kat chuckled. Now I know that Heineken is not giving you a sugar rush. It's not the beer, it's all this eye candy. You see all these fine brothers out here? I think I'm going to pass out. Don't expect me to catch you if you do, Kat laughed. She directed Trisha's attention to a bald, dark chocolate brother standing about 15 feet away. Check out homeboy over there. Mm. Thank God for Panty Lawton, said Trisha said. He is too fine. Hold on. Take a look at those two right there. Kat pointed to two guys standing in front of the hat vendor. One had crispy cornrows, the other had knee dreads down to his shoulders. They both wore knee-length shorts and sleeveless t-shirts revealing, gosh, I can't pronounce this word. Svelte. You know, they look real good. Physiques with handsome faces to match. Kat licked her lips. I have not seen a man that fine since my husband. There are men of all ages, shapes, and sizes out here. Peep that sugar daddy over there. He's dipped out full short set, black woman, closed toe sandals, dark sunglasses, rope chains, three chunky rings on his left hand, and a 20-year-old chick on his right arm. You go, Pops. Cat snapped her fingers and laughed. Check out that group of guys coming this way. If you could take one, which one would you pick? Trisha asked Cat. Hmm. Cat observed the variety of four very attractive black men headed their way. One was light skinned with waves, about 6 feet tall, wearing jeans, sneakers, and a blue button down shirt. His face was clean and smooth, shoulders broad. I could probably make some good use of the tall one. He looks like he can do some real good things, Cat smiled. I'm laughing. Y'all wanna know why I'm laughing? I'm tell you why I'm laughing. I love me some good eye candy too. I was away for the weekend. I was in the airport, just, just, just watching all nice chocolate candy walking by. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out to all the ladies out there who love them some eye candy. That's why I'm laughing because they just sitting there having them a good time, peeping out all these fine brothers out here. Okay, nice pick. Agreed. Trisha agreed. As they got closer, she recognized one of the gentlemen. I would pick the cute one in the middle with the gray shirt on. I like. Cat nodded. She looked closer. Wait a minute, that's the bartender from Tabori's. Trisha giggled. I know. Darius walked up to the bench. Well, well, well. What a blessing. I was hoping to see you here. Who? Me or her? Cat solicited. Well, actually, I was referring to both of you. But why are you hoping to see Cat? She's married, Trisha uttered. Do I detect a hint of jealousy in your voice? Darius beamed at Trisha. Perhaps. She raised her eyebrows and grinned. Maybe we can discuss that at another time. For now, I want to congratulate Kat on the wonderful job she's doing raising those boys. They played a good game today. Where are they? At this moment, I don't know where my kids are, and it's getting late. I should look for them, I guess. Let's go find them, Trisha said. I'll catch you later, Darius, and we'll have that discussion. I'll make sure that, Darius responded with an inviting smile. Let's see, he responded. Trisha and Kat headed toward the play area to gather Ayana, and they ran into Marie's assistant, Angie White. She had gathered a group of teens and their parents earlier to speak with them about abstinence, safe sex, and monogamy, and to pass out free condoms. Unfortunately, Kat, Dre, and the boys missed it. Hello, ladies. Kat, you missed my talk. I was hoping you get the boys here. Angie handed her a flyer and a handful of condoms. Give these to the boys and tell them that they can pick them up anytime from the pool house at the Knight's Castle. I thought Sir Knight told Marie not to put condoms in the pool house. Didn't he say something about not wanting a whole bunch of horny kids trespassing on his property and trying to screw on his lawn chairs? Trisha asked. That's what he told Lorenz, but you know he wouldn't dare say that to Marie. Kat said. Thanks, Angie. I'll tell Dre to sit down with the boys. They missed the meeting, but I hope you had a large turnout with all these teenagers out here. I did. I even made sure my goddaughter was here. Speaking of daughters, have you seen mine? She's over there by the swings with a couple of her classmates. Angie responded. Kat thanked Angie, and as she and Trisha headed to the swings, they heard Darlene calling their names from afar. They turned to see her barely making it toward them, stumbling, relying on Marcus for support. Every time she go out, she get drunk. Looks like you got your hands full. Your wife is pissy drunk. Didn't I just say that? It's just a snigger. I hope you don't get stopped at the roadblock. Kat said. How do you know there's a roadblock? Marcus asked. Are you kidding? That roadblock is just as annual as this block party, Trisha responded. Darlene slobbered and slurred. F a roadblock. I have to take her home. Will you two be alright? Says question Marcus, but I'm taking that out. We'll be fine, Kat replied. You be careful. Just as Kat had worried, Marcus and Darlene got stopped about 5 miles outside of Morven Town. An officer stepped up to the driver's window. License and registration, please, sir, he said. A second officer was standing on the passenger side, shining a flashlight in Darlene's face. Get that light out my face, she loudly slurred. Why the F y'all stop us? It's just a routine check, man. Please remain calm. Says he requested it, but take that out. Routine, my ass, she yelled at the officer. Calm down, D, Marcus said. Why? This is BS, straight BS, Darlene shouted. Give me your badge number so I can report you. She looked over at the other officer. This is a conspiracy. There's no conspiracy, ma'am. This is routine for your safety as well as the safety of others, said the officer. D, please be quiet, Marcus pleaded. Mr. Reese, I advise you to take her home and put her to sleep, the officer said. I'm going to do just that, Marcus responded. That is the end of chapter 11. Yeah. So you know that Morven Town is a all Black and Native American inhabited town, and they have a block party every year. But of course they know if you're going to have a block party, somebody's getting drunk, right? So every year, cops is posted out there a couple of miles outside of Morven Town doing a roadblock, stopping people. And of course, anywhere you go, anywhere Darlene go, if they got some alcohol, she gonna drink it. If they got some men, she gonna flirt with them. If anything is going on, she gonna be asking questions and be all up in everybody's business because she's just nosy like that. And if you don't feel like smacking her yet, believe me, it'll be a few more times in the book where you are gonna want to knock her out. I am going to wish y'all a good night. I will see you back here on Thursday. We'll read chapter 12. Chapter 12, Revelations. Okay. So chapter 12 digs back into Naomi and what's going on with her. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see you on Thursday. Y'all have a good night. Adios.